Alright, got a really nice Palm Springs day. I got a unit that's low on Freon. Well, it's low on MO99, but it's low on Freon. Before someone jumps up and shouts at me about calling the refrigerant Freon, which you know, sometimes takes some criticism because not all refrigerants are Freon. But MO99, Freon, MO99. This is a DuPont product, the MO99, and so they named it Freon. May have something else to do with the compatibility with the oil, which is very friendly to systems that are already charged with R22. In fact, you don't have to recover or change the oil. You have to recover the refrigerant, the R22 recover all the refrigerant, but then you can charge it with MO99. So it's nice. Probably at this point my favorite drop-in replacement for refrigerants for R22, because R22 is being phased out by 2020, and 2020 is almost here, coming quick. So I noticed this unit was low on Freon, and I knew today was going to be a nice cool day, so I figured today would be the opportune time to go after this. Checking this one is pulled in, so it's calling for the deal, but I believe we have leakage here. You can see all kinds of stuff going on here. So I'm going to leak check it before I do anything. Just a few things going on. Got a filter dryer sitting right on the ground. I don't like that. You see, that's going to rub on the ground. So I'm going to try to bend that back. But I also got all this, what looks like oil residue going on. So got my leak bubbles, got my leak detector. Very nice leak detector. Very nice day. This is definitely the day to get after this. I thought we were done with the cool days, and I'm so happy to be wrong. It's now May 22nd, and it's actually a nice cool day. So very, very glad for that. Little look at view. Nice, beautiful clouds and palm trees. And the mountains turned brown, but it's still nice. Okay, here's our leak detector. This has this sensitivity adjustment, most leak detectors do. I'm going to go with the max first, or almost the max. See if we pick anything up. Now this one, the unit's turned off, so we have no pressure at this point. Picked up something. Sometimes if it taps something or touches something, it can give a false reading. Alright. Well, I'll go ahead and plug it in, and then we'll test it. I may have to go in the unit and turn the unit down a bit as this one is, I'm also going to need to leak test it inside of the evaporator coil. This one I had the evaporator coil changed, and I had it charged with MO99, but I noticed recently that it was low. So, here's checking. Not cold at all. It almost seems critical when they're really finished, but zero. Anyway, second was check the high side. Oh gosh, that's 0 too. Okay, plan B. This one is completely in 0. It's not good. I'm going to need to do this one with nitrogen. I'm going to re-pull the disconnect and I'm going to go grab the nitrogen because I'm completely at 0. So I'm going to need nitrogen. I need to pull a vacuum once I figure out the leak. Completely empty.
Normally in this situation I need the recovery machine to recover refrigerant, but this one's at 0, so
barely. Oh my gosh.
lucky we didn't lose the compressor. Would have been easy to happen to burn it out running empty.
Yeah, an empty system. So I'm gonna need to find out where the leaks are. With nitrogen, get it going. Alright. Well, we're ready to charge, but we can't charge. We need to figure out the leak here and get it going. Okay, so I got my nitrogen and let's go ahead and I can float this right through the gauges, or I mean any number of ways to do this, but nitrogen. I've got this is the blowout for condensate drains, works really good. This is the little float deal that allows me to float just a little bit of nitrogen through. Now we're going to be purging and checking, so we're going to want pressure on this. So I'm going to hook up to the wheel here. And I'm going to open the tank itself. We just need a little turn on there. And then the regulator will allow us to put as much, turn it to about 100. I'll probably put about 120, maybe 100 pressure in. This deal lets me control via here. There we go. How much pressure, some pressure. So there we go. And this one's obviously going to be controlled by the gauges. Let's see what we got. So I'm going to let it in. And let it in through the low side and the high side. Now, so in theory we should be floating into the system, but it's going to be a little slow. I can open this more to let it in more. Yeah. Yeah, we should start to see in here a refrigerant flowing in. And if I turn this off, that's our high side. Here's our low side. It already sounds weird. Like what's going on? Let me disconnect. See, we're disconnected and this shut off. Something's up on our high side with the valve there. See that? It's not sealing off properly. So that's weird. Maybe something with our Schrader valve there. I see it looks like a Schrader valve was replaced here before. Let me hook this back up and charge and see what happens. Maybe we just had a leak in Schrader valve. Okay. Now we open this back up. And now we're filling with some nitrogen. So we're putting in some pressure. So we could see what our pressure is on the outside dial for the nitrogen. It'll take a little time to build up. In the meantime, we can listen. Nothing on the Schrader valve. Nothing on the service cap. Nothing on the service cap. So we're climbing on the pressure here. We're at about 70. I'm going to increase the pressure a little bit on the regulator. I've got a new coil, so I don't want to go much over 120 for the compressor. I'll control it on this side via the pressure here. See what we're at. So this one I may need to call the company back in to. Let's go through the high side. It's showing 150 on the high. Oh, our high side valve is detached. North the high side. Gonna check around this filter dryer. And I'm definitely going to be bending that up so it's not sitting right on the ground. I just don't like that sitting. So I'm going to bend this right here. Okay, now it's off the ground, so at least it's not going to rub like that. check my joints inside. We're now at 100, a little over 100. No pressure. Maybe 110 should be enough for anything to show up. So maybe we got a bad braze inside. We're going to try to find out. So I'm going to recheck the service valve. Let's check the Schrader cap or Schrader valve. Nothing's coming out of there. Around the cap, no bubbles. No bubbles here. No bubbles there. That was really what I suspected was the Schrader. We got nothing. And a little more. And it seems like we've reached a pressure check all these too. Nothing. So we're going to check our braze joints inside. Nothing leaking here. Nothing leaking there. Add a little more. Let's go to 150. There we go. So here I'm at 125. That's about as high as I want to go because this one I've got the compressor there. That's it. Okay. We'll go check it inside and see how it's going. Okay, here's the new coil inside. got it on 150 psi. Nothing leaking. Obviously, there's other places that I can't see. Well, let's take a listen. Pull this.
Sounds like a washing machine running somewhere.
Okay, so we are holding. It makes me think maybe it's just the trigger valve. So what I'm gonna do is disconnect. Let's see what happens. Unit just clicked on. Those nests have a nice delay. So obviously we won't be able to tell via pressure wise because everything's now trapped in the gauges as far as the nitrogen goes, but what I can do is do a leak bubble test. Yep, tiny bit on the low side. That's all I got. Yep, just a leak on the low side. Oh my gosh. So, I can go get my Schrader tool and change out that what do you call it? Change out the wheel. High side's not leaking, it was kind of malfunctioning, but now I can, I can hear it coming out of the deal. Yep. There's a... Okay. So I'll change out that Schrader valve and charge it up. We'll pull the vacuum and charge it up. Alright. Okay, the good thing is I got my vacuum and everything up here, and if I need to, I can just, pull the steel out, but maybe I can get it with the tool. So, here it goes. Got it on. Twist it in. Oh, it seems to be turning out nice and easy. Okay. I believe we got it. I don't know. Let's see. Nope. It's going to be one of those tricky ones. at least like I said, worst case scenario, I can pull it out manually and it'll be set. Because I got my vacuum. And especially if I maintain a little pressure, which I could do from the high side, but I think I can do it fast enough to where it will still have pressure and put the new one in. Otherwise we'd have to replace the filter dryer. I also can just float a little bit of nitrogen through the high side, which should trickle to maintain the pressure. Got my options here if for some reason I can't get this thing out. Seems that maybe the end of this cap is mushroomed or something and it doesn't want to come out. Oh, maybe I got it. Yeah, gotta blast it, you know. New. Wow, stubborn. Now, where is it? Okay, I'm gonna get my new one ready. Well, this has a new filter dryer on it, so, and it wasn't, I mean, it was pretty empty, but I gotta do what I gotta do here. Oh gosh. Well, I can't do what I gotta do. It won't come out. Okay, I'll put it back in. Maybe we can stop it from leaking. Yep, that stopped. Assuming it still has, yep, so a little bit. No, that's just me. Okay, just a penny more. Let's see what happens here. Oh yeah. No more leaking. Good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is double check it. I've got my gauges. We should still have plenty of pressure. Let's see what we're at. Yes, we do. That's good. So, good. And so now I'm going to need to pull a vacuum and let the refrigerant out and pull a vacuum. I mean, let the nitrogen out and then pull a vacuum. So I'll hook up my vacuum tank. So now I can hook up the vacuum to the gauges. Okay, and I can release the nitrogen through the vacuum and then go ahead and pull the vacuum. So I should just be able to open this side, and that'll let it right out. Nitrogen. A little little extra oil in there. And once our pressure is low enough, then I'll go ahead and start pulling the vacuum. We're open. Heal up a little bit. Alright. My feet kind of wore out on this deal. Looks good. My oil level's a little high, which is why it spat the oil out the back. Doing? Yeah, we're pulling. Good. Keep on pulling. Since I'm not going to be using the high side, I'm going to put the cap back on the high side. And pull the vacuum, let it run, do its thing. And one way I can speed this up is turn on the heater valves inside. That'll help push off all the moisture, so I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open the heater valves. That'll let the hot water flow through here. Speed the recovery on this one. In theory. Water. So it'll help boil off the moisture inside. Just a nice breeze going. Oh, what a difference. Alright, we're almost there. There's nothing in the hoses, but pull a little vacuum on there. Just in case there was any moisture in there. Nothing now. Alright, we're at 30. And what I'll do is I'll leave it during lunch. And then I'll come back I'm going to give it enough time and make sure that it doesn't rise at all. I'll go ahead and turn it off now. We'll take a look here. No, we're good. It looks like that was our leak, was that low side. Okay, I'll let this run for about a half hour and then let it sit for lunch, make sure everything holds, and be ready to charge. Okay, crazy. Started raining. Here's what it is. Alright, got our nice, good vacuum. Go ahead and turn it off. And turn the pump off. I guess I can disconnect. Crazy. Okay, done deal. And this I can leave for lunchtime and verify nothing changes in our pressures. So I'm just going to disconnect the vacuum. That should. Quick connect will shut off right away. There we go, it's good. And now we'll be ready to charge it. When I get back from lunch, we'll verify that holds for lunch. We'll be good to go. I can get the vacuum off the roof and come back and charge it up. Okay, back and turn the heater off. There we go. Okay, it started raining like crazy, and which makes this a bit of a crazier job. What can you do? Let's check it out. Oh yeah, it's held good. So I got a break in the rain, so I jumped up here because yeah, so definitely that's where our leak was. So now I can get this thing hooked up and charge it and get off of this roof. Hopefully it doesn't rain anymore. So MO99. So with MO99 we need to charge it as a liquid. So I'm going to hook up here. That should make charging it a bit faster as well. We need to charge by weight. Some people prefer to charge by weight. I'll just be charging by pressure. This one I like to see around 55 pressure on the low side, ambient plus 30 on the high. As a rule of thumb. So, I need to crack. I've got it closed and closed, and I'm not going to use the high side. That Schrader valve was messed up, so I'm going to purge just the refrigerant line. Oh, I forgot my.
This was my high side gauges that were messed up, not the Schrader valve.
A little burn. No burn! Feel the burn! Alright, so this, we are not going to turn it on. We've got a vacuum pulled. We never want to start the unit in a vacuum, so we want to charge just by liquid. So I've only purged the center valve because we have a vacuum pulled from here to here. So now we've purged the liquid that's in the hose, and now we have a clear vacuum pulled hose. So here goes. I'm going to give it the liquid refrigerant. And our compressor's not running, so we don't need to meter it in. But I'm going to give it about 5 pounds, 4 pounds, and then we'll turn it on. I gotta go kind of quick because it's it was really downpouring, so it was crazy. Guess we've got liquid in the unit now. Really crazy. It's actually cold. I caught a friend who said it was actually snowing at his house, and he lives in Banning, which is not very far from here, not very far from Palm Springs, and he said it was actually snowing. So just really crazy weather. I thought we were done with the colder weather. Thought we were going to be all warm. Boy, was I wrong, and I'm glad to be wrong on that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and plug it in, and we'll charge it up. Definitely lower than we want to be. But it's cold. Kind of not liking the liquid so much. See, we're at about 30 on the pressure. We need to be about 55. The MO99 tends to run a little bit colder than R22. You can see a bit of frost on the suction. Compressor doesn't like it so much. We're almost there. Just a little bit more, and then so 55 is right at 32 degrees, so we need to be a little bit higher than that. Doesn't freeze. Nice and cold. Nice and cold. All right.
I'll have to order a new high side hose. The quick shutoff was messed up, so I can always come back and double check it.
We're at like 38. That's great.
Double check it another time when it's not raining.
This runs a little bit colder and it's flashing nice and cold. Keeping the compressor nice and cold. We're good to go. Now I'm going to need to leak test that Schrader valve. Pull that apart and test that. Gasket inside. Shoot. I need to go get a cover. Alright. That'll help. Okay, got one. It's got a cover. Gonna pour some water here. Clear the soap. Put this on nice and finger tight. Finger tight. Let's see if we can get it installed. Alright, looks like we got no leaks. No leaks. That's great. After a leak, nice and cold, good to go. Turn off my refrigerant, I'm going to clear my lines. Good to go. A little crazy in the rain, but it is what it is. He's doing it in the heat. All right, I'll release the
little bit of refrigerant carefully because I don't have any gloves with me. This so we can direct it better. There we go. All set there. Now ready to get off this roof. Thanks for watching. Comes through maintenance. Stay cool out there. Stay safe. This one was a little crazy. It's a done deal. Nice and cold. Nice and cold. Yay. Right, now it's coming out nice and chewy. Great.